check my settings. Yeah, here we go. Welcome back to the Wilderness Podcast. How you guys doing this evening? It's Thursday evening. We almost at Friday this month, for real. Pretty cool. I think so. But yeah, check it out. We're gonna have a good show today. Oh yes, we're gonna have quite a delightful show. As you see the title, let me fix my camera properly. All right, show tonight. Yeah, you see the title. AmerIndian We are still the same. Yeah, we hadn't changed much, even when you go through ethnogenesis and when the whole world was one time melanated, black. Let's just go with melanated for now, okay? The whole world melanated. Okay? Let's address this, they like pitting family members against each other. Some people are real good at that. They like starting shit between brother and sister, or mother and father, or father and child, mother and child, husband and wife. Woo, people are so fucking cruel. So let me explain what I'm talking about. FBA, my FBA family, my FBA brethren, my FBA brother and sister, and my children. FBA is a child of the Aboriginal because you learn your customs from the Aboriginal. The Aboriginal had to do the same thing you had to do. Take the headdress off, goddamn, and just be. Let me explain the reason why you just had to be. I had a little misunderstanding with old classmates talking about the blood quantum shit was worth the fuck. No, it wasn't. It never will be. Because if it was blood quantum worth a damn, they're Siberian. They have to have my blood in them. Why do you think they reclassified the American Indian? Called him Negro, color, mulatto, and all kind of these other fucked up terms because of this. See, but the Siberian that had to mate or either was put in school to understand this, they said how much black you got in them. All fabrications. You had to differentiate yourself from a European when you're European. That's what a Siberian is, a Eurasian. That's what a Chinaman is, Eurasian. There's no such thing as Europe and Asia. There's nothing that separates the two. There's no such thing as Europe. It's Eurasia. And Europa was when your black fathers ruled the land because the black goddess of Europa is named Europa, and your name is Europe. See how that works? Mask on, mask off. That's how that shit go. And you can't tell me no different from no specific way, shape, or how to be Huguenots were black. I keep trying to tell you, FBA is a very efficient term because at some point in time, regardless if you are here before inception into now, you got my dog skin, you goddamn well believe I got FBA. I have to be an FBA. That's what an ethnogenesis is. So regardless if you come from the old past like me, the old folks, the Mississippians, the Yamasees became the Choctaw, Chickasaw, Natchez. Then you got the Red Sticks. Then you had all of these in between Seminoles. Seminoles was a conglomeration. Then you take the East Coast. You got the Powhatans, the Nansemond, the Pamunkey. Then you got the Algonquin and the Iroquois that live Iroquois Chicago area, which created the Constitution in every version of it. Then you got Algonquins, Powhatans came from there, Cherokee Nation, all 7 different tribes. So you have all of these black American Indians reclassified, told a horrible story that all of us don't share. But you bet your ass, in today's, we are all FBAs. Bet your ass. Just because I can trace my old lineage back to what? American Indians? That's it. But you bet your ass. My family members have married all kind of people. White, black, everybody in between. Foreigners. Yeah, they did. I ain't got nothing to do with that, but hey, they're my family members. I ain't gonna fucking shit on my family like some of you ratchet, raggedy motherfuckers. You know, that's what an ethnogenesis is. You gotta accept all that shit. It ain't just start happening either. That's been happening. It's just sometimes like when you know, to be honest with you, how to really help you orchestrate your mind through this, people married and fuck with who they know. And they understood they was in the same vicinity because in those times, especially in the deep South, families all eloped together. They stayed together. They were even purchased together. That's why in the South, slavery wasn't like you thought it was. No, family members was purchased. We never. Some people's families never went through a day of fucking slavery. Period. On my daddy's side, mama's side, they were fighters, killers, and warriors. 5 killer, Quasi killer, white man killer, white woman killer, 5-man killer, Teleco. I go through the tribes. We're gonna go through that one. This is the show for it, but I gotta use my phone as notes. But we're gonna do some shit because we're gonna go there, and I'm gonna do a screen share and let you see this. It's quite elaborate, and you can even see when the names started changing in the late 1800s, and the masking of rewritings of things. This shit is all in my DNA. I have no reason to get on here and lie about some shit that would be ridiculous. That would be, man, that wouldn't even be. That would be dishonorable. Next what moment? Antiquated, antiquity, all the same. You know how many people came to the Americas and all? Why do you think Dr. John Henry Clark said, one thing about melanated people, they have always been too kind to strangers. And even to this very day, that's why there is the purpose. We're going to get to that later, but we're going to get to the purpose of the reason why we have to delineate now. We have to. The amount of disrespect and derogatory behavior from foreigners has reached a precipice, but we'll get to that later. Old folks, all the same. My grandmama, my cousins, the people that I know right here. We all know the same story now. The jig is the fuck up. Everybody got the same story. There's Aboriginal. There's the FBA. They already know who he is. You've been told the stories. And they want stories. These were actual factual events that actually exist. I've heard stories from my grandparents. I learned on Ancestry damn near mimic the same fucking story. Yeah, please. Woo! Let me tell you something. Let me get to the next word moment because it's a very passionate subject, man. You have to choose to be. You have to choose to be a new version of you, renewed. I tell you one thing. Anybody that sit up here and like live them old fucking stories, thinking all of that shit was cute, and actually, it's hard to read a lot of that shit because it's horror stories, and you only want to imagine how beautiful and how wonderful and how egalitarian like it would be if it wasn't for foreigners. Everybody want to have an American story, but don't want to take accountability for the part that their people played in disrupting, disturbing, and destroying it. They don't want to be accountable for the part that they people played in annihilating the Aboriginal people here and cosplaying, lying about it as well. And putting it into their children where we got to fight them same fuck. You see how this shit the same? Them same liars are the same liars today. And they keep lying. What's wrong with being from Russia? You don't want to go deal with Putin? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with me not being uprooted from my homeland and you were? And you made it a thing. As a matter of fact, the globe made it a fucking thing. They made it a thing. That's why people that love their homeland stay in their homelands. And a lot of people that come to the Americas deliberately were sent here to take and decimate the homeland. My homeland. I don't have anywhere else to go. I don't know a single tribe in Africa and have never known one either. But does that mean I hate Africa? Why? Why would I hate something that I don't know? Most Africans that I've met, we've had wonderful relationship, great brotherhood. I got white boys that call my brother too. Been knowing them all my life. Been knowing some people my whole life. I like people, period. It doesn't matter where you're from. But when I see that disrespect, that dissent, and that hatred, and that wantingness and ability to manipulate and lie about a circumstance or a situation, I consider you an enemy. I do not fuck with you at that point. And that has nothing to do with your goddamn color. Trust that. It has to do with you and your rotten ass ways. Your unwillingness to learn, your unwillingness to pay attention, your unwillingness to give respect. Because you see the shit your way and you think your way is right. Your way is raggedy, fucked up, and wrong. And there's no truth associated with it. So how am I supposed to fuck with you? I know the affairs of West Africa. I know what you did. I know what you still do. Look how you treat your own people. Look how your government treat their own people. You won't even build fucking roads. You're so tribed up and fucked up. All you do is say, what have you done for me lately, my people? Man, I've seen a Black American get married to a Nigerian woman, and all the daddy was worried about is, I need them 10 stacks if you can have my daughter. That shit, I need them stacks. Yo, you can have the little dumb motherfucker. I don't want it. I need that shit though. I need that money. What they call it? Man, I wish I had my chat up, man. I'm gonna get the chat up one day, but yeah, they call that shit something. They call that shit to where they don't give a shit. They just want you to pay. Hey, pay for this broad. You know, let me sell off to you, but I need that stack for my village. That's gonna bring money back to me and my motherfucking village and shit, pimp. So, you know, I need that bread. I need some money, goddammit. That's how they feel. That's how the fuck they feel, straight up like that. So I seen that, so I was like, wow, this man really going, he pimping his daughter. This Nigerian cat pimping his motherfucking daughter on TV. Pimping him. Yeah, straight up, just like that. Just pimping the shit out of him. They call it something, I forgot. I can look it up, but I don't really fucking feel like it. It's not that important. I never sell or pimp my daughter until, in order for her to get married, you got to give me 10 racks. Shit, no. That shit ain't going down like that. Anyway, next what moment? This is the one I know you like. We got to keep delineating due to the pandemic of disrespect. We have been called everything other than the child of God by these goddamn people. Everybody. And I mean these goddamn people. I mean that these foreigners that come from other lands coming here, lying about everything about their inception. Just fucking liars. Most of the time, they come here to get to reinvent themselves and forge the lie. So they come here willing and I could, yeah, there, you know Tariq do it the best. I came here with you, all that old crazy shit. Man, you came here to take. That's why you got your sorry ass, sag ass story that don't nobody give a fuck about. You came here with set up good, pimp. Stop lying. All you had to do is cosplay, look at ass, and suck a little cock. You good. Uh-huh. You gotta be a hell of a motherfucker to run away and just I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't care. I ain't going back. You fucking goddamn people. You say that about your own people. You do. I ain't fuck them goddamn. It's like, oh my God, man. Why you think we here? So you ain't got no loyalty to nobody, even your own fucking people. That's what a lot of y'all don't like to even admit. You wouldn't dare want to go back to your homeland. You wouldn't fucking dare. You would dare say, oh no, oh no. Yeah, why? Because you feel like you're going to prison. But y'all bring that bad, fucked up behavior here. Come throw shit in the streets. I live on a beautiful side of town, but past 5 years, I see shit everywhere. Plates of food thrown on the side. Don't nobody do that with foreigners. Because they have no respect to the land. They have no respect for the soil. They have no respect for beautification. No respect. And then they'll try, and then see for the past 40 fucking years, they've been blaming this shit on black Americans. Knowing damn well we take trash out, clean out very clean houses. But for the past 30, 40 years, it's a lot of foreigners came up here and dirtied the fuck out of this goddamn country because they don't give a fuck about it. As a matter of fact, they come here to take and throw shit on the side of the goddamn street. That's a nasty, dirty, low-life filthy dog that would do some shit like that. That's no manners. But then you go down to them goddamn countries that you come from, same shit. So I wonder where that come from. I grew up in the hood, but I grew up in the 80s and 90s. And guess what? Hood was cleaning them up. Quiet, too. Everybody cut their grass. Yeah, we lived in neighborhoods. Everybody cut their grass. Rough, tough-ass kids, but we were lied on. All that shit was propaganda. Y'all brought y'all motherfucking ass over here starting shit. That's where all this black-on-black crime came from. Fucking black immigrants that started shit with black Americans. And not all of them. There's a lot of very upstanding people that came in for the right reasons. Not all. That's just not true. Not all. They came here to take. Like I always say, them motherfuckers come here to take. And they especially hate the indigenous black Americans and FBAs because we finally starting to say, you know one thing? All that old disenfranchisement y'all gave us in every facet of the way of the game, I'm talking about inflicting pain. And then you'll boss up with the white guy and be like, hey man, fuck that, fuck him. He's not like me. I'm different. No, you're a fucking hater. And you try to nestle yourself and solidify yourself in a place that you're foreign to. That's a survival game. And plus, the biggest, most awful thing about immigrants is just the fact that you not only cosplay, you cause harm. You don't know anything about the history and don't give a fuck about it either. You think you just come here and surpass. I'm so happy these days are fucking over. I'm so happy they're over. Because it was so much unwarranted shit happening. This shit was under the Democrats too. The same goddamn hand that fed these foreigners, they bit it off. Bit it the fuck off. And I was told on TikTok the other day, we don't have to know the history of America. We come in and get what, okay, you see how that shit is now? So is it right for you to be in a place of such plenty? You have no respect for the land that you come to. That's why it has to be a new day. You can go home with your filth. You come here, you need to change your fucking attitude. And I'm so happy a lot of you are ridding yourselves. Go home. And even you, go. Bye. Get the fuck on somewhere, man. America is a large landmass. We can visit each other. We get reacquainted with our family members, rediscover, reunite, renew, and do what we always have done. We're just going to come together this time. America ain't never got to worry about nobody else. Not the Aboriginal class. They have already done things like burn Tulsa down, Winston-Salem, Rosewood, They took a beach out of California. You know what I'm saying? They ran us out of our own lands, and those times can never come back. The cat is out the bag. It's a new day. You don't even keep up and understand what's going and what's coming. I think you should realize what's coming. That should pique your fucking interest. So, last what moment? Respect starts with self. If you really respected yourself, you wouldn't be throwing shit in the street in a foreign land. You would be on your best behavior. But due to the fact that you would never taught good behavior, you was taught lies, hatred, humility, manipulation, and how to be the defenses of your bullshit. Pride in your homeland means you should be there. When you're somewhere else and want to live in that country and be somewhere else, be somewhere else. But I'm happy you're going home. Not all, but some. We just seen an FBA sister get raped, got her goods taken from her as a child by an obsessed older immigrant guy. They do that shit all day down in y'all countries. In them damn Latin countries, there's a lot of incest, rape, it's a lot of bad behavior. And not on all sides. It's just that they don't have, I got this little net in this motherfucker. And it's not every place in those countries, because it's some of those places you can go as paradise. Of course it is. It's beautiful. It's upkept, well kept. But it's also extremely volatile and very separated as well. Let's take the favelas in Brazil. Let's go to Argentina, how their history of kicking all of the Aboriginal Argentinians out. Ooh, the melanated ones, the black ones, yeah, they kicked them all out. Yeah, to create a white society. Matter of fact, you understand that Israel was supposed to be in Argentina at one point. That's how long these countries have been locked up. Trump and American Argentina's relationship is nothing new. Argentina mimics how they put the same brutality on its aboriginals and indigenous blacks as America did. Germany did the same thing. As a matter of fact, the whole world learned how to be brutal against melanated black people in their nations. They learned that shit from America. So now, the reason why they understand that the black American is they always understood it was two Americas. They knew. You guys know. That's why I talk to the globe. You know, there's white America, the blended, the mediocrity. The mediocrity ruling class. The taker, the original taker, is the European American. And the Siberian American. One calls himself an American, the other calls himself a Native American. Get it? The European American says, I'm just American. No, you're a European American. The Siberian just says, I'm Native American. Neither one of these things are true. I'm the Aboriginal American, not you. Shit. Not you. And everybody knows that the Aboriginal was dark melanated, not pale at all. You went through ethnogenesis too. See? Why do you think Siberians feel comfortable with their cousins? See how the overlay, I'm really breaking down the overlay from a real way now. Siberians are Europeans, Eurasians. Chinamen are Siberians, and all of these people, they are related. But they're not indigenous to the Americas. You're indigenous to Eurasia. You can't navigate. See, you got to understand that the mindset of these fucking people. They said they migrated over the land bridge and there was nothing here. This big ass land mass, but your time of migration doesn't measure up to the time of the Olmecs, the Mayans, the Aztecs, or even the Inca. Or maybe even in the people in Peru. You don't see. That's why you have to be careful with your words and your lies. And you can never be too careful with a lie, because all you're going to do is tell another lie to tell another lie. And that's only because you're not from the original root. The origin is only one origin. You understand that? One origin. You can't be first. And if I'm here already, you're the first Caucasoid group. Siberian. I'm already here, but I get it. Y'all did a good job of rewriting, cosplaying, carving out statues to have an Asian-like phenotype other than what you would call Africoid or Aboriginal phenotype. See, the Aboriginal was globally melanated black. I keep telling you guys, all you light brown and pale complexion, you are very new people. There's nothing old about you. Your ancestors don't look nothing like you. They look like melanated people globally. Yeah. And even melanated people globally are not a monolith. We are different people. All of us don't agree and like each other either. So let's stop the cosplaying and the bullshit. We have a human condition. So y'all fighting a stupid fucking fight is all I want to tell you. It's a stupid fight. To act like all black people globally is going to get along, that's a fucking lie. That's never going to happen, just like white folks are not. The best thing about black folks, we know how to leave each other the fuck alone. That's the problem that white people have. They don't know how to leave people the fuck alone until they're going to be taught very soon how you really should leave people the fuck alone. That's a story for all peoples. We need to get this shit back on track with respect. I have no problem with individuality and individualism, because I'm going to come out on top. The problem is you can't leave nobody room to manipulate and persuade you, because they want to take from you. You better treat yourself with a lot of respect and with a lot of pride, because times are changing. If you don't understand how to be the best version of you, you're going to be stuck with the old version of you. That's the show tonight, my people. I may do another one. I may have to catch up with AE in a little bit, see how he's doing. But for real though, it's a good time to be alive. Very good time to be alive. It's a good time to learn. It's a good time to renew. It's a good time to learn this digital game. Get into some these new areas of activity that will dominate the world here going forward. So the world is not ending. The world is changing, renewing, becoming something else. And you better get a part of something, because if you don't, you will be, again, left with the old you. Shit, that shit ain't too good for a lot of motherfuckers out there. It ain't too good for everybody. There's a lot of bad shit going on. Health. Get your health in order. Please. Figure out what's going on with you. Pharmaceutical companies and all that, hey, all that's an illusion. If you learn how to take care of yourself, inside out, eating the proper foods, taking the right, I'm gonna do a show on herbs, and I got a book for it too, so I'm gonna do it upstairs, make sure everything's right. Cause I gotta start going back on up there, because I gotta get you to some good education and some good body health too. So anyway, take care of yourself, be well, renew. Stop thinking everything is about you. Be a little bit more selfless. Learn other things. See, when I tell you it's about you, you got to learn how to change the good. You got to change you got to get rid of that ugly shit in you and start renewing to some some optimism and some education about you, how to get your gut clean and how to get your mind clean. How to take the right substances to renew that mind so you can be a better person, better being, and you have happier thoughts. Get all of that sugar out your gut too. Sugar make you mean, man. Y'all motherfuckers like them late night snacks, that sugar make you mean, pimp. Watch that sugar. Watch them eating habits. Change your diet. We gonna get into all that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna marry into back from them old ways. But today is today. That's the show tonight. That's the end of the show. I'll be back later on. I'll holler at y'all. But remember one thing: the will is go. Be cool, my people. Keep it up. Keep it easy. Stay cool.